Yo, the message today is you are the flower, not even a rose, because we have so much diversity on this channel. Y'all are the flower that grew from the concrete. You were in that dark place. You may not have had any positive role models when you were growing up. Your parents, you didn't trust them. You didn't want to be like them. Your siblings probably bullied you or, casted you out because you were the black sheep. Even with your cousins and family members, you had family members that favored you, or you had people that like God gives us favor in certain people's lives. He sends people to us to be a blessing to us. But even with those people, I feel like there was a spell cast when you were a certain age that basically turned everybody against you. Now, for some of you, this was an initiation, and for others of you, this was just a byproduct of being chosen. Having everything ripped from you, having everything you care about being attacked or taken from you, where you feel like you can't even have happiness, you feel like you can't even have peace because every time you're vibing high and you're glowing, you notice that you get attacked. So for some of you don't meditate anymore. Some of you don't even like to raise your vibration because you're like, I'm just tired of being attacked. Some of you hate being chosen, and some of you don't want it, which is fine. You can always get rid of it, or you can choose differently in life. No one is gonna force you to walk this path, or to walk your divinity. Um, this is not a pity story message. This is not to uh spit on each other's wounds or trauma bond. This is the real. A lot of us have lived life like a fucking movie, and when we talk about it, people don't believe us. Like, some of you guys have been trailed by governments, like especially y'all that are overseas or have are constantly traveling to different countries. Some of y'all have been followed by government agents. Some of y'all have been gang stalked your whole life. Some of you have been like poisoned. Some people have tried to poison you even recently. This is not a conspiracy, and for those of you, again, I don't want y'all to like trauma bond or be like, oh, like, this is not to speak into existence. This is just to affirm that I know what you've been through. Like, when I pick up my cards, when I'm in the energy of doing readings, I'm picking up energy from my collective, and I have a very specific frequency that I use to send out to pick up the frequency. And a lot of times it's like the days before and after I post a reading, it's like I'm living through you guys' experiences. I'm not looking in your mind, stealing your memories, but I am like picking up on a lot of shit. And it's heavy, it's deep. You guys are literally survivors. Some of y'all have been to Oblivion and back, and if you know anything about Oblivion, that is the last place you want to be. That is like the end line. There is no coming back. Some of y'all have fallen down rabbit holes so deep and dark and clawed your way back up to the light, that there's nothing that shakes you. The only thing that I think shakes you sometimes is yourself. Like, it's like you have this big badass hulking monster, like this bear, and it's scared of its own reflection, and it's like that reflection is you. And sometimes you catch it in glimpses and you're like, dang, like, I didn't know I was like this, or I'm growing so fast, because your growth has been expedited. All the things that have been blocking the chosen are now being removed. It is the sun cycle, so you will see less frequent attacks, if any at all, because there's instant justice being dealt out like that. The ancestors aren't playing games. Anu, the angels aren't playing games. This shit is not a joke. I mean, we can laugh at it, but realistically, like, we know that we have endured, we have been long suffering, we have been going through the pits of hell on this earth, and a lot of times people will ask, why me? Why do bad things always happen to me? Why do bad things happen to good people? You have to understand that there is a war, and I'm not going to talk about like when readers like, oh, there's a spiritual war and it's unseen. Like, no, I mean, there is a battle for your mind and your soul on this place. Everything from the music, the food, the environments, the way buildings are designed, the energy that is emitted from schools and hospitals and shit, it is all a trap. It is all like to keep you in this low negative frequency. Like, a lot of people, when they start having mental health issues, especially young or even later in life, they don't know what the fuck to do. They don't know what the problem is. And for a lot of you, you guys are people who have been diagnosed. Like, you may have been diagnosed with schizophrenia or bipolar, etc., but you were able to heal it. And people don't believe this. You may even still be taking medication, but there's a clear distinction from someone who's actually crazy and you who are like the shining example of intelligence. You embody intelligence. You embody masterful control and power. And this is power that isn't derived from physical things. A lot of people who appear strong and intimidating and have strength, well, they got that power from the devil. They only have this power over the physical, and they only gain this power over others by intimidating them and making them fear them. You realize that some of you guys have been around hitmen. Some of you guys have been around people that are worse than hitmen. Some of you guys have been around pure evil, like Satan himself. Some of you guys have actually been in rooms or in groups. Some of y'all have been to sacred crossings or shrines and caves where you have encountered pure evil, and you live to see the day, and there's nothing they can do to you. And I mean, not to big y'all head up or make y'all cocky, but a lot of us, we have survived encounters with the devil. We have survived encounters with things that are not of this world, and we live to tell the tale. And for a lot of you guys, you are just living this life that you think is so like you're in your own world a lot of times, and that gets people bothered. I don't know, people get bothered when they're doing all this negative shit and they see you being positive, and they don't know. I hear this a lot, but it is true. People that are what we call karmics, or even karmics, or not whistleblowers, but uh, not flying. I'll think of the term, guys. But what we call karmics, these people, they might have been chosen at one point in time, or maybe they were never chosen. That's why they're mad. But these people, they only have access to one side of the force. If you want to use a Star Wars analogy, these people are the Sith. They are Sith lords. They only have access to that spectrum of power. You have access to both. You just choose not to do baneful things. Now, some of you do. Some of you guys in here are hedge witches, or you work with you are cunning folk and you work the craft in very baneful ways, but that's only because you've been attacked your whole life and you are just seeking peace of mind. You really just want to experience life for the fullness of it is. And for a lot of us, I mean, for all, for the sun's children under Ra, under Amun, I said all of us, like, we are beginning to experience what it's actually like to have a fresh breath on earth, to not be constantly judged, to have a little bit of progress and then a tire moment, or oh, someone's jealous and now they're attacking your business, or oh, someone stole this and now it sets you back. Like you have been through it all, bro. Like you have experienced it all. It doesn't matter. Someone here is 15. Even for a 15-year-old, you have experienced it all. You have been through like hell. And when you tell your family this, you're like, oh well, I was there with you. And I never noticed. Well, yeah, because you're no offense, but your family's dumb. If you are the chosen one in your family, you may be one of the only ones, if not the only one, and your family is stupid. I'm not just saying this to be mean. Like, the people you're around are just, they're bots. They have already sold out, or they just never had a soul to begin with. We are walking around that planet, on a very dense planet full of lifeless bodies. And lifeless meaning they have no body, they have no soul, they have no personality. You ever notice like how certain people, like, as soon as you show a little shine, as soon as you start being like people chosen, this is something that I think baffles you, because it's happened to me too. People will like want you to come out your shell, and you're not even in the shell. You're just being selective with who you interact with, because you know how fake people are. You see the signs, you see it before it happens. A lot of y'all, you're so tapped in that you may be journaling or dreaming, like, say, like 3 months out before something's happened. You see it clearly, and then 3 months go by, you're just randomly da da da. You might be at work, and then this event that you saw prior happens, and you're like, yep, clocked it. Now you won't say anything. Usually, that's the mature one, is you know not to speak on it. You know not to alter the timeline like that. But for some of y'all, you are speaking on it, and people are like, how'd you know that? How'd you know that? But the point I was getting at, what what was I saying? I'm just kind of yapping. It's just flowing through me. But y'all need to hear this message, because like, one, you aren't crazy. You really have been through this. You really have seen ETs. You really have. Some of y'all have been off the planet and then came back like nothing happened. I'm trying to get like y'all. I need to raise my vibration more to get to that point. You know, the goal is not to stay here. The goal is to return home, right? For those of you who I'll make another video about that. But the goal is not to stay in this low vibrational prison planet, right? The goal is to go home and transcend. I think what I was saying is like a lot of y'all, bro, like you're not crazy. Like people be doing spells to like check your temperature. You're like if people are like constantly like poking you and like they're trying to see how you react, they're checking your temperature though. And like by temperature I mean they're checking your emotional like regulation. Like are you angry? And yeah, you might be irritated or annoyed and you don't show it, but like it's not like you're gonna like rip their head off. Now you could. You have the strength to literally some of you have the strength to rip people's throat out their necks. And we're not gonna talk about that. Let's not get violent, right? Um, but a lot of you guys, you literally just minding your business, going about like trying to make ends meet. You have a mission, you're on it. People don't like that. Why? They don't know what they're doing. They don't have a purpose. A lot of times for people, you are the first divine being they have ever met or come into contact with. So yes, you have been told you're a freak. You have been told that people don't get you. You have been the black sheep your whole life. You are called an alien. People do think you're mysterious, but they also think you're sexy, and they also want to be you, and they're also in competition, but they also hate you, but they love you, and they flip flop and they betray you, and it's like, bro, like a lot of y'all at this point, especially my mature chosen earth angels, you guys have stopped giving into these relationships. Like a lot of y'all don't even leave the house anymore. That's how bad it is. Like it's this planet is not fun. Like we make it fun. If we weren't here, there'd be a lot more suffering, bro. Like a lot of times you guys don't realize how much impact you have on the people around you. Like if you draw back your love, and I don't mean like start acting fake. I literally mean if you take your energy back from people, literally, you will see their life fall apart in front of you. Sometimes you chosen being there is the only thing that is preventing people from becoming a drug addict, from becoming a serial unaliver. Sometimes your presence in people's life is that divine barrier, like that buffer that is preventing people from falling to their lowest timeline. And that is the power, that is one of the powers you wield. It's just you have that divine presence and energy. When you are in a room, things align, things start moving. All the clogs that are blocked, well, now the water is moving clearly through it. So you have to realize that, like, yes, it is humbling. You are God's seed. You are divine chosen seed. You are a star seed. You are royal family. You are of a lineage of powerful sovereign beings. But a lot of times on the physical, we come across as meek. People underestimate us. We may have years and years of experience in a certain field and people won't take us seriously, or people want to underpay you. um, you feel like you're behind in certain areas because you don't have this dream lifestyle you've wanted since you were a child, or you don't have this car, or some of you guys are homeless, unfortunately. Some of you guys don't have a car. Some of you guys can't even walk. Some of you guys are going through shit that you can't even speak about because one, you know the fucking impact it's gonna have on your timeline. Some of you guys are facing battles so deep and dark that it makes God cry. Some of you guys have pains and wounds and splinters and scars so fucking deep that like it may not even heal in this lifetime. Like that would be the goal. But for some of you guys, you have stuff so dark and fucking deep that like it's gonna take several life forms to heal that wound. Like this shit is not just ancestral. Like when people say ancestors, they probably just mean like their great great grandma. Your ancestors, when we say ancestors chosen, your ancestors come from the stars. This is not millions, billions, trillions of years of evolution, and you are the byproduct. You are their perfect little baby doll. You are their baby boy or baby girl, or sometimes you're both. Maybe they, them. There's a lot of non-binary people floating around the space. I can fill y'all out. Um, and leave a comment. Like drop how you identify. Just for fun. Like personally, I'm Neptunic. A lot of people don't know what that means. It means I'm non-binary and I'm attracted to non-binary females. So like a lot of you guys have like unique sexualities too that aren't like common even like amongst the queer community or gay community. A lot of you guys have like identities that aren't even recognized or known. And some of you guys like you step into these spaces thinking I'm finally gonna be recognized. I finally found my people, and no, it's a disappointment. Yeah, you might find people that are more aligned that like speak the language, or they have labels and stuff, and they have an aesthetic, but then you realize these people are shallow and they're just as unhealed as the other karmics you faced your entire life. And honestly, they're cosplaying. A lot of people are cosplaying. I don't know why humans do this. Now, the actual act of cosplaying anime characters in fiction, that's fun, right? But when I mean cosplaying these humans, like what they're doing is they will beg, cry, plead, like bleed. They will sacrifice children, damn near, to have this contact with the divine, to learn the mystic ways, to understand the secrets of the world, and then they meet you. You're sent into their life like a little gift box wrapped up with a nice bow, and then even a lot of times these people know, like, they get pinged, like, this is from God, this person is sent to me from God. And you know what these people do? Now, there are some people chosen that they respect your way and they honor you and they treat you well and they love you, but they ultimately can't hang. And then we cut these people off because we're told, hey, this person can't come with us. And you know, it's sad. It's sad that we have to move on from so many people. A lot of y'all don't even like to interact with people anymore because you're tired of it becoming, is this person gonna start attacking me, or oh, am I gonna have to train this person? Am I sent to guide this person? And they're just gonna be another thorn in my side. Like a lot of you guys have dissolved your contracts, and some of you guys have been cursing out God and your angels. Like, stop sending me motherfuckers. I've done it before. I was like, stop sending me motherfuckers, or someone's gonna end up in the fucking pack getting smoked tonight. Like, stop sending me these weird ass motherfuckers. I don't want them around me, right? A lot of y'all, like I said, you are sent in people's lives literally to answer a prayer. They may be asking, like, they may have asked God, like, God, teach me how to do such and such. And then you might have 19 years of experience in such and such, and the person, they don't listen to you, and you're like, what are you doing? You're just watching this human. You're like, what are you doing? You know, I was sent to you. I've given you all the signs. I've shown you all the signs you would need. I have performed miracles in front of you. Why are you fighting me so hard on this? And then ultimately, a lot of times these people, they become what we call karmic. They start attacking, or they leech on your energy. They start breadcrumbing. They start acting weird because they are either attacking you, or they know deep down that they don't measure up, and it makes them feel rotten inside. So they hide their face. They throw stones and hide their hands. It's tiring dealing with the cycle. A lot of us have broken the cycle. A lot of you are breaking the cycle or have already broken out of it. Again, it is now the sun cycle. So a lot of the old karmic patterns, imprints, pain, misery, that shit is dissolving. A lot of you guys are stepping into higher timelines. And I don't just mean like when readers are like, oh, you're stepping into your highest self. Well, you are your highest self. You are your highest self at all times, and I decree that by divine law. You are your highest self. By divine decree, you are your highest self right now. You are already on the highest timeline. You have already ascended. You have already stepped into your deification and godhood for a lot of you, right? And if you're one of the younger chosen here, if you're one of the younger earth angels and you're still maturing, well, we're all still maturing. If you're one of the younger ones, though, who doesn't have so much experience, all you need to know is that if you keep pure love in your heart, or ashug, or rather ashuk, which is Nawapic for love, you are doing what needs to be done. And you need to learn not to control the love, but let love through you. When you come from a manipulative human experience, you're going to attract and meet other humans who are manipulative. So as much as we like to say, oh, this person's a karmic, or this person's a monitoring spirit, that's what I was going to say earlier. And I'm going to break that down too, because what we call monitoring spirits are not, like, yes, flying monkeys are a real thing. And I don't mean literal flying monkeys, but people who are just hanging around you trying to gather info, and then they go back to whoever sent them, right? Flying monkeys are real. Monitoring spirits, and I'll go into that later, but what we call monitoring spirits and karmic, a lot of times we have to realize that at the end of the day, we're making a choice, and every time someone is poking you or attacking you and you attack back, well, that's keeping the shit going. Invoke your ancestors, let them handle it. Just pray. A lot of times all you have to do is pray to Anu, pray to the Most High, pray to Elyon, pray to, some of y'all still follow Yahweh. I don't get it, but some of y'all still follow the 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 some of y'all still follow the younger siblings and the little brothers of these almighty gods. Some of y'all are following a lesser version of the god because you're saying the Greek name. Like, even if you are a Nuwapian or you're Egyptian, you follow the Tamaray path, whatever, and you're saying Osiris. Well, that is his Greek name, so you're only channeling him from a lesser version. You're only channeling the face of a lesser version of Asur, if that's how you say his name correctly, or Isis. Her name's Aset. Um, any of those names, find the true etymological name behind them, not just the white standard name. Um, a lot of you guys have been realizing that you have free will, and that may sound crazy because everyone has free will. Most people are sentient on this planet, I would say. Even the ones that are bots, they are still somewhat sentient. You have been realizing that you can just walk away, and that is your greatest gift. Not your greatest gift, but that is a great power. You can just walk away. You can change direction and veer any course. As long as you're not crashing out, you can veer off course anytime you want. You can get out that car and get into a new one completely. You can take your shoes off and put on new ones. You can change jobs. You can change cities. You can change friend groups. You can even change family. If you want to marry into a different family, or if you don't want to be bothered by family, you can do that. You are not, the sky is not the limit, and you are beyond infinite. You are eternal, right? We are not, when I say we are infinite, infinity is just one cycle. That's the black hole at the edge of the universe, or the galaxy, and the black hole at the other edge of the galaxy. And everything else that is contained in it, that is the infinity, because we cannot see around it or through it or beyond it, but we are contained in the galaxies. I believe they're stacked on top of each other. I really don't know the shape of it, but if you want to say like the fucking Milky Way spiral, however the fuck you believe a galaxy to be shaped, that is that. And that is just one infinity. There's many infinities. There's been many cycles. This whole game of karmics versus chosen, this is not the first time we've done this. The devil has been around, and what y'all call devil or Satan or Lucifer is really not one being but a family of beings, and there are different ones elected to that title every 250,000 years. That's a cycle is 250,000 years, some shit like that, or 500. Yeah, it's 250,000 years. Every 250,000 years, there is an election to appoint a new supreme being, or to elect four new supreme beings for the to rule over the 19 galaxies in which we preside in. I think we preside in galaxy number 18 or 19, which is a disagreeable galaxy. And that's why this world is so fucked up, man. Like, a lot of y'all, you have realized that, like, no matter what you do, you do not fit in. And that's because you are not from here. You do not belong here. Even when you get comfortable, sometimes y'all are, like, scared. Like, wait, no, I'm getting comfortable. I have to be on guard. And that, yeah. Unfortunately, I wouldn't say like you have to be worried or paranoid or hypervigilant. Just, this is not our home. We are recognized. Like, people may not say it, but a lot of people, they know who you are. They know who you were before you came here. A lot of people, you've been born into families, and you may think, oh, like, they're just Christian, or they're just churchgoers. They would know these people are witches. They try to hunt us and haunt us. They do their best to really make life miserable because they know they're going to be trapped here. Deep down, they know they're going to be trapped here, and they want to bring you with the misery and noise company. A lot of y'all, you have just been trudging on. Like, some of y'all have like suffered stuff that would fatally wound the next person. You just kind of shrug it off, and then you wake up and go to work the next day, and you may be kind of pissy, but everyone's like, are you good? Like, did you just lose an arm and grow that motherfucker back? Some of y'all have that ability, bro. Some of y'all can do some crazy shit. Some of y'all is like, you have survived mental wounds that will like cripple someone permanently and leave them useless, and you just wake up every day and get to it. Some of y'all are like so locked in to your daily rituals, and like some of y'all have such a tough type program that like it could be the end of the world, and you would still wake up at 6 a.m. and do 50 push-ups and cook eggs and then read the Bible for an hour. Some of y'all are like that, locked in with your discipline, and it is otherworldly. In this fallen world where it seems like everything has gone to shit, there's war, there's strife, there's constant stories about people being raped or trafficked, there's murder, there's all sorts of shit going on. People just being loose. And I don't just mean being a 304. I mean people just saying whatever they want, doing whatever they want, going places that they know. Like, you actually have discipline. You actually embody someone that knows what they're doing, speaks with the purpose, does things with intention, and that's refreshing to people. But they're like, how do they catch on? How do they catch up to you? People want to catch up to you. People want to be like you, but they don't want to do the work that you did to get where you got. And that's the difference. That's what separates it. You woke up and you chose to be chosen again today. Someone else woke up and they fell off just because they were in a bad mood. Chosen, you have realized at some point that you can't just go by how things feel. You may be feeling crazy. Like some of y'all, I won't even call it empathy because that's more of a disorder. Like some of y'all are so intuitive that's like you feel the planet's vibrations. You feel the planet quaking. When the planet is hurting, you feel Ki hurting, or Gaia or Tiamat. You feel her. When there's a storm, you're angry. When there's lightning, you feel alive. When there's rain, you feel solemn. When there's sunshine, you feel joy. Like you really feel everything and you sense everything. And some of y'all, it's like you have gone so deep inside this ability that you have wrapped yourself in this little like abode of, it's like a shrine. Like you have made this like peaceful temple around you, and you have such a beautiful inner way. And for some of y'all, like now, see, beauty is subjective, but some of you, like in chosen, you are beautiful. Like the more divine you step into, like literally, the more beautiful you begin to look. But some of y'all may not be conventionally attractive, or people have always told you you look weird. But like at the same time, everyone is like very attracted to you, and you may not understand it, but it's your energy. Like the daily steps you're taking, keep doing it. Some of y'all don't even have like a structured program like that because for a lot of us we let the divine guide us. So it's like, yes, I have school, I go to work when I have a job, but like I don't know what I'm going to be doing from day to day. I let the divine tell me what to do, right? And you're not a puppet though. You have free will, but you just choose to work with the divine. Some of y'all, you have such a way of life that it's like it's like say like you go to like a retirement home and there's a comedian. He comes like a suitcase full of like gags and toys. You are that breath of fresh air for people. You are the person bringing in that suitcase full of like all the mystic, all the spiritual shit, all the shit they've never heard of or seen. You come in with like your bag of goodies and then you're just gone like what? And they're like, where'd it go? And it ends and starts with you. Again, you are that person that is sent into people's lives for divine decree, and they doubt it, they fight it, they test it. Only a few have ever really stuck by your side, and you kind of gone your whole life just kind of knowing like I'm gonna be alone. And a lot of you do have friends and family, but a lot of times you realize like yo, like these people aren't really my people. Like like they might respect you, they might love you on some level, but you realize like at the end of the day, these are humans who are not here for my mission. um you're on a planet full of people who, one, this is a big petri dish. Tiamat is a petri dish. You have all sorts of attitudes and temperaments and shit, and a lot of people just aren't here for the things you came here for. So that already isolates you and alienates you a lot. And then on top of that, you add you're divine, you're chosen by God. Well, that isolates you further. That puts you in a whole nother category. So it's like you've been looking for this family, you've been looking for your tribe, you've been looking for a connection, you've been looking for your twin flame or your soulmate your whole life, and you realize like some of y'all have finally woken up and realized that that person is you. And the more you realize that this is the hack, this is the key, the more you realize that you are who you're looking for inside of you, that is all within you, you will start to attract a mirror of that on the physical in another being. So it's not that you don't have a soulmate. It's not that love isn't made for you. It's not that you won't meet your soulmate. It's that you have to raise your vibration and hold it at a certain frequency to attract it on the physical. Like it's not like you just do it one day. Like you're like, oh, like you look in the mirror like, I guess I love myself. Like no, wake up every day. I love myself in the mirror out loud. Like there is, without a doubt, you will, the work you put in, you will see the results of, especially with you. A lot of you guys know how to fast track results. Like I said, you have, it's like you're using you know how like in video games like that, like you have to grind for like new gear and like skills and shit. You literally have like a 3 times or like 5 times EXP boost, and you're just moving blocked. You've been blocked. You have been limited your whole life. Like you have literally been like, literally you're moving, and then there's some asshole like block, 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 and you just keep moving through it, moving around it, ducking, weaving. You're like fucking Muhammad Ali out here in these spiritual streets. You're him, bro. You're her, sis. Like, you really are that. And a lot of you don't even realize it because you've been in warfare so long that you need to get your head out the fucking sand, pull your head out your ass, and realize that you are where this shit starts and finishes, bro.